Good evening, everybody. It's John here from John and Chona in Scotland. So I just wanted to talk about Chona going because time is short now, and Chona goes on Wednesday, the 19th of August, and now is about 11 o'clock on the 17th of August. So we don't have a long time left. I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you to everybody for subscribing to our channel, for supporting Chona. She's now got 1,200 subscribers, which is fantastic. She's really happy with that. She never thought she would get to that. But anyway, we just wanted to say thank you to all of you. You've done a great job in supporting us. So I just wanted to let you know about some of the difficulties we've faced recently. You know, when Chona came here, we booked our flights back to the Philippines, but we've had so many problems with that due to COVID. We've had 5 flights cancelled. If I think about it, I'll count them off one by one. First of all, Cebu Pacific. We booked it before Chona came, and everything was fine. You know, a month after our booking, Chona was only here, 6-7 weeks. In February, Cebu Pacific cancelled. So we thought, okay, we're not going to panic, we'll just rebook. So we rebooked with AirAsia. AirAsia took our money, they took our booking, everything was fine. 4 weeks later, we got an email from AirAsia to say your booking has been cancelled. No explanation, no nothing, your booking has been cancelled. Oh my God, we start to panic and think, what the I can't say it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, after that, we thought, right, we'll just rebook. And we rebooked with Philippine Airlines. Now, Philippine Airlines are a big company. We thought there's going to be no problem there. So we rebooked and rebooked, took our money, and then 6 weeks later, guess what? Yep, you're right. Philippine Airlines cancelled again. So finally, we've rebooked Chona's flight with Emirates Airlines. And Emirates, I have to say here, are a fantastic company. They're great. There's no hassle. There's no problem, apart from one. I'm telling everybody here, unless you don't know, please listen to what I'm about to say, because it's very important. If you are going to fly with Emirates Airlines, they require you to have a COVID-19 negative test 96 hours before you fly. That's 3 days. And what I'm going to say, 4 days, I beg your pardon, 4 days. And what I'm going to say is really important, because wherever you're flying from, it might not be a problem, but here in the UK it's a big problem, especially Scotland, because nobody in Scotland is doing a COVID-19 test. So in order for you to fly with Emirates, you have to have a negative COVID-19 test no more than 96 hours before you fly. And that means 4 days. So that means you have to take the test, send it away. It has to go to London. It's got to be tested. The lab will take 48 hours to return your test. And we are now really worried because our test will not come back until the 19th, the day Chona flies. Now we've emailed the lab, and they're really busy. They're doing everything they can, and we really hope, and they've assured us that they're going to try their very best to get us the result of that test before Chona flies. Unfortunately for us, Chona's check-in is at 11:35 on Friday the 19th, which really doesn't give us a lot of time. We really hope we can get that result, and we're confident we will, because we booked with a company called Cured, Qured, and you can find them online, and they have been great. They have emailed us, we have chatted to them, they have said we're going to do everything in our power to try and get you that test, and we really hope they can do it for us. So if you're looking for somebody to book the test with, we thoroughly recommend that you book with them. Cured, Qured. You can find them online if you're in the UK. So the last hurdle, that's all we have to do. We'll wait online tonight, excuse me, to check in online, and we managed to do that 48 hours before the flight. Couldn't print off the boarding passes because Chona has to be checked at the desk. We're okay with that, we've no problem with that. I arranged travel insurance for her for a 48-hour period, because we just, although Emirates are offering this free travel insurance that protects you from COVID-19, we just couldn't take the chance that they would say, where's your travel insurance? Or you don't have a travel insurance, you can't fly. So we booked it. We found it online, we booked 1 day travel insurance, one way, and it was easy enough. It cost us about £27, no big deal, and we're all ready to go. So the car's full of fuel, we have printed Chona's travel insurance, all the documents she requires, and be aware that you do have to print documents before you can fly. When you arrive in the Philippines, you will be required to submit certain documents like a QR pass, various other documents. So please, if you're flying with Emirates, check the website and see what documents you have to submit. We have printed them all off, we've got them all ready, and we're waiting for this test. We're worried. We can't say we're not worried, we're really worried, but we have confidence in the company that we've booked with that this test will be back in time. It may very well be that we have to travel to the airport and print the documents off when we get there. If that's the worst case scenario, who cares? As long as we get that result and the certificate to fly before check-in. Check-in is at 11:35, so please everybody pray for us that it comes through in time. What else can I say? We've prepared as much as we can, and if you are flying, you have to prepare. You can't just book a flight anymore and say, turn up at the airport, show my documents, and I'm on the flight. It's not as simple as that now. There are other documents you need to complete. So if you're flying, especially with Emirates, please look on Emirates website. There are lots of documents you must complete prior to your check-in. Not when you get to the airport, before you get to the airport. So have a look at that. It's so important to do it, because the last thing you want is to get to the airport and find out, hey listen, there's a problem, you haven't filled out this, you haven't filled out that, you haven't filled out this. You don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I just want to get my honey home safe to the Philippines now. And that's the most important thing you have to do, is prepare in advance, because in these days and changing times of COVID, everything's changed. Flights are not just as simple as they used to be. They're not straightforward as they used to be now. So please, wherever you're flying from, and whoever you're flying from, wherever you're flying from, check what you have to complete. It's so important. It really is so important, because the last thing we want for you is to get to the airport and find out you haven't completed a document. So please check. It's so easy. Download them, fill them out, print them off, and keep a copy. If you're flying to the United Arab Emirates, they will accept digital copies. In other words, they're saying if you have your COVID-19 test on your phone, they'll accept that. But they would prefer a printed copy. Don't leave it to chance. Print out a copy. For the sake of what it will cost you to print it out, just print it out and be safe. Tomorrow we hope to get a result we're nervous, we're waiting, we're anxious, because it's the last wheel in the cog. We've done everything else, we are ready to go, we've prepared well, we've done everything well. It's I don't want to make this video, but I have to, because it helps you guys. You know, Chona is going to go on Wednesday, I hope. I don't want her to go. I'd rather she stayed here for another 6 months. But it can't be, because my government have said Chona's visa has been extended as far as it can be until the 31st of August 2020. They have given her an extension of 30 days, which means she has to be out of the UK for 30 days, or we have to give them proof of why she can't leave. Now, if she leaves within 30 days, there's no penalties, there's no problem, there's no issue. But if she doesn't leave within 30 days, we have to provide them with a positive COVID test or a really good reason of why she can't leave. I hope, unfortunately, that she has to go because we have complied with every rule they've made. We're going to be getting married next year, and you know, we've done everything we can do. We've complied with every rule, we've done everything we can do. We've had 4 or 5 previous flights cancelled, and now we're down to this, Emirates. And we trust Emirates, and we hope Emirates can get Chona finally home 3 months after or 2 months after our visas expire. So what I say to you guys is, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for listening to me waffling on when I've had probably 4 more beers than I had, but it's just the way I feel. I don't want her to go, but she has to go. So tonight is our last party night. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening to me waffling on. Remember what I've said. Check your airline. It's so important. It's not straightforward anymore. It's not just check in online. It's not just turn up at the airport and, you know, present your documents and fly. There are forms to be filled in, and those forms could delay you and stop you from flying to wherever you're flying to. So keep safe, everybody. Get where you need to go. Check out the airlines. Check out the documents you need to fill out. And thanks for listening to me. From me, goodbye, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.